Hello, everybody. It's Flesson19, and welcome to a really down version of my guide on how I get my characters from the very beginning till it's time to become a mercenary or vassal. I do have an 11-part series that explains this. However, if somebody did say that they don't have time to watch all 11 parts and would just like a very concise version of it, that's what this will be. However, if you do want to see exactly the steps that I take one for one, I will leave a link to it right now in the upper right hand corner in the description and at the end of this video so you can watch me explain it all. So this will be just a condensed down version of this. So when you first get into the game, the most important thing that you want to do is you want to hit Asteroid territory ASAP. That is your number one goal. So what you're going to do is immediately beeline to Asteroid territory. Now, as you are going, what you want to do is a couple things. First of all, you want to watch for tournaments. We have a tournament here. So do tournament. They're great for skill. You win, you either have a great item or you can sell it. Also, fight along the way. That will also get you that loot and everything you need until you get down to Asteroid territory to start making some real money. Also, do not forget to get yourself 4 different food items so you can start gaining steward skill. So as you're going along this way, heading down to Quayaz, and I go to the left for a specific reason, which I will point out very soon. Get troops along the way. Get as many as you can. You don't need to increase them to high level. Stop off to towns. They have a tournament. Those guys do not have a tournament. So fight along the way if you can. But the word here is carefully. Do everything you can to get Asteroid territory as quickly and as safely as possible. As soon as you get to Asteroid territory, I highly recommend that you start picking up Asteroid troops. The main reason for this is you will turn the recruits into tribesmen, and then you will turn the tribesmen into footmen. And the reason why is because what he is carrying right there, that is a mace. So they have blunt weapons. That is the main loadout of the tier 3 Asteroid footmen. That way, everybody you collect will be prisoners, whether you're going to do them for the laborer's quest or you're just going to turn them in. You'll start gaining roguery, which will get you more loot. Now that you've arrived in Asteroid territory, get those troops and maintain the biggest army you can, because the one thing you do not want to do is run into a pack of looters like this, and then all of a sudden a pack of 20 bandits appear as well, and they jump. So the one thing we are looking for when we get to Asteroid territory is the Deliver the Herd quest. There are 8 different villages that have Asteroid horses. However, these 2 north of Asgard do not have the quest. I have never seen them have it before. So what you want to do is look for this one here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I will show you exactly the reason why we are looking for that quest. Once you find to Deliver the Herd, you take it and they want you to go to McCab. Now what you want to do is you want to look for a place to sell some horses. With any Deliver the Herd, you only need to deliver at least half of what they want and you will still get full credit. However, a lot of these towns already have horses that come to them. So when you're dealing with the Asteroid deliver the herds, here is the normal thing that I will tell you. Start from Quayes, work your way around to Vostrom. Any of these cities along the water, not Hobyar, any of these along the water here will give you good price for horses. If you're heading up here, go to Saronia. The reason why is because if horse prices are low, you might only get about 800 per horse. However, if they need horses, you can get anywhere from 1,000 to up to 1,400 per horse. Once you hit town, sell off 5 of the horses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, I made almost 6,000 for this. Once you hit McKeb, now you can go ahead and you'll tell him, I have the horses. What happened to the rest? Well, in that case, it's better than anything, I suppose. Once that is done, we are going to go back through and we are going to check again if we want to. Unless we have in the 10 to 15,000 range. If you have 10 to 15,000, there are a couple things you can do. And now is the big crossroads in the game in deciding what you want to do. You can either continue to try to do more of them and find more quests. You can immediately start trading horses, which we will get to later on. Or you can go ahead and do some Kuzite bandit bases, which are the best selling bandit bases in the game for the laborer's quest, which I have a video that goes up and shows you exactly how much you can make. But it comes out to somewhere around 700 dinars per person you capture. It's a rough average. Now that you have enough money, you once again are at a crossroads, and there are 2 different things you can do. One is you can immediately start the trading, which I will go through in a moment. Or 2, you can do some Kuzite bandit base, which I had just explained are the best in the game for making money. You can make a ton of money if you can find the bandit bases, which having good scouting helps, and also if the villages have the quest. Just because one of them has a quest doesn't mean they're going to have the laborer's quest. It's going to say needs laborers. That is what you're going to want. So between those two, you're going to do one of those 2 things. However, you are going to continue to fight if possible, do tournaments, and you're going to continue to do this until we get to our next step. Finalizing all the extra stuff you need to do. Before we get to the final parts of this, there are a few things that you need to do. If you are playing a campaign, you want to establish the clan. That way it gets you another clan tier, which gets you more men, another workshop, and gets you your brother. Want to pick up all available companions that you can get, dependent on what you want your companions to do. Buy all the workshops you can. The rule of thumb on workshop is clan tier plus 1. So whatever this number is, add 1 to it, and that is how many workshops you can have. You'll want to get a wife for yourself, and if you're playing a campaign, get a wife for your big brother. And lastly, you'll want to get yourself a little bit of gear if you haven't already done so. The next thing I do is my trading. The reason why we are doing this is because in most of my games, what I want to hit is the 125 trade perk artisan community, which gives me 1 renown for each profitable workshop I have. Getting this can get you clan tier 6 in less than 1,000 days without doing any fighting. So this is an amazing way to get it. If you have any decent amount of social points, you only need to put only 3 points into trade to somewhat easily get 125 trade. And there are a couple other amazing perks in the trade. Come over to Ascar and you're going to grab these horses. You're going to grab some Asteroid horses. You're going to grab desert horses. And you're going to grab mules. Now, the thing you need to be super careful of is your herd penalty. As you can see, I am at a minus 3.7, meaning I'm only going to travel 1.8. And that is because I don't have many troops. The rule of thumb is always this for herd penalty. For every infantry you have, he can ride a horse, which is just a regular horse, and then he can have any one other animal mount horse or pack animal. So he can have a pack animal, he can have a regular horse, a war horse, or he can pull an animal behind him, like a sheep or a cow. If you have a cavalry unit, cavalry only allows you to pull any one other animal or horse, since they are already riding a horse. So you take those horses, and if you have enough money, supplement it with other things such as fish, grain, dates, and especially beer, and take them up to Blandia. Blandia did get an update as to now Praven and Asta can both have horses, but they pay really good money. You should be able to come here, make really good profit, and then come right back down to Ascar and do it again and go right back up. However, you will saturate the market. They'll get a lot in here and the prices will drop. You'll get all these horses, their prices will start to skyrocket and you won't make money. You'll have to find something else to do. That is when you can come through this area and possibly sell horses as well to let them build back up again, maybe check for deliver the herds or more bandit bases. Laicus and Hubyar have horses as well. However, because Ascar has 3 villages that supply it with horses, their prices are a lot cheaper. So if their prices get too high, you may be able to supplement them from the other 2 towns. One of the final things that I do then is smithing. Now, smithing has changed from the 11-part video that I put up. It is not as easy to get the EXP and to get parts unlocked as it was pre 1.6. Where before it was mainly dealing with the damage of the weapon was giving the EXP. Now it is more of the difficulty of the item. So you kind of want to go down and make better things. So that is something to be very careful of when it comes to my older video. Difficulty is what seems to matter more now than the damage of the weapon. The final thing we have is just finalizing everything you might need to do. You might have gotten a new clan tier where you can get an additional companion, or maybe your workshop. If you don't have one, you might want to go to war with the Kuzites, even though you have Kuzite shops, so you might need to move them. You might need to pick up more gear, or you might need to pick up food. You'll want to make sure your guys are geared and put in proper formations for when you're ready to fight. So you want to get rid of all those little things that you need to get done before you're ready to become a mercenary or vassal. Depending on how much smithing you do, this can take anywhere from 200 to 500 days to do. Literally 200 if you do it very quickly. And in just 200 days, you could really be around clan tier 3 with amazing weapons. You could potentially have a quarter to a half a million dinars, and you could have a really good clan. So it's all about how much extra work you have to put into it. And that, for the most part, is my guide in a simplified form on how I start from the beginning till I'm ready to become a mercenary or vassal. As I said, this is just a quick, simplified guide. And if you want to see how I do this in very, very big detail, you can check out my playlist in the 11-part series in which I show you step by step what I do, how I do it, and why I do it. I hope this helps. Take care, and thanks for watching.